So it was never going to work.
So I assume he and Kyrie are so close that he listened to Kyrie, who said, let's go Nets. And I'm assuming he listened to DeAndre, who, remember, was with the Knicks last year. He played 19 out of 31 games. So he got a taste of the culture under David Fizdale.
Right.
I'm going to guess DeAndre Jordan told KD no on David Fizdale, and maybe the entire organization.
Well, I think he likes Fizdale. I just don't think he liked the organization because, remember, Skip, I think he was a DNP the last 7 games of the season.
Not surprisingly, but go ahead.
It seems like they were going in a different direction. They wanted to go young, and I'm sure DeAndre understood that.
Okay, so this feels for me a little like the choice LeBron made to come to Los Angeles. No matter if I have a co-star or not, I want to go to L.A., and you can argue with me all day until cows come home or don't come home, that LeBron chose the Lakers in part because of Hollywood, in part. And now, to me, Kevin has made a similar choice at an advanced age. He's been 12. This is 12 years. He's been 12 years in the league. He made a choice. I just want to play with my friends.
Right.
Title or no title. I'm not sure title is his priority right now. Again, Brooklyn is a little better situated to make a run with those two guys, but Kevin obviously can't play next year.
But what did you tell me all last week? Kevin Durant will do things that will bring fireworks where you least expect it. Kyrie marches to his own drum, his own beat. They will do things because everybody's thinking, they're going to the Knicks. Why not go to the Knicks? The Knicks is so hallowed. The Madison Square Garden, the biggest acts perform there. Why wouldn't you two guys want to perform on that stage? They said, we're going to Brooklyn. We're going to make Brooklyn a stage like the Knicks. That's how they think, Skip. Because you know when you get to that level, you have supreme confidence in your ability and what you can and can't do.
All right, back to the Knicks. If I ran the Knicks, would I have plunged and offered Kevin Durant the max? You better believe I would have, because you just have to.
Yes.
You got rid of Porzingis to do this.
Yes.
Just do it.
Yes.
Do you have legit concerns about it? You better believe you do, because what happened to DeMarcus Cousins? He came back after a year, and yet all the Warriors said he never looked right all of last year. He couldn't run up and down the floor, couldn't get back in shape, and he often complained that his foot on the Achilles side hurt him. We saw flashes of brilliance in the finals, but it could only be for 4 minutes here and 5 minutes here. Right?
Yes.
Is that going to be the Kevin Durant we see in 2 years? Might he need a whole year back to get right?
Oh, I believe
it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that would mean we have to wait 3 years out until we start to see the old Kevin Durant in all his glory. Well, at that point, he will be 33 years of age, and maybe he'll start showing a little wear and tear. So were the Knicks right to say, well, time out, wait a second, because he had the Jones fracture back in Oklahoma City that cost him basically a whole year, took 3 surgeries to get it right, and it was on his right foot. You can't tell me that there was some sort of
imbalance,
pathology going on there up and down the leg that operated to the point that he finally pulled calf, tore Achilles tendon, right?
And he's had a lot of calf injuries.
A lot of calf injuries, and he's had a sprained knee. It was on the other side, but he can be injury prone. So I get that you'd say, okay, maybe that's a problem. And by the way, on Kyrie Irving, is it possible?
Injury prone.
Okay, he's way injury prone, number one, and number two, he's diva prone. And I'll be the first to admit it. As much as I love him, is it possible that next year he continues to get exposed as a guy who can't lead, who alienates teammates? Is it possible in his 1 year by himself with no Kevin Durant that he alienates a bunch of the Nets the way he alienated all of the Celtics?
It's possible.
You know how he is?
Yeah.
Okay, he goes to the beat of his own drummer to a fault. So is it possible you start looking at the net? Is it possible the Nets made the wrong choice? Sure it is. Is it possible you look back in 3 years and say, boy, the Knicks made the right move? Yeah, you might look at it on paper, but in the big picture, emotionally, they made the wrong move. You just have to plunge. Offer him the max.
Think about this, Skip. In 2019, after all the bad contracts that James Dolan has given out as the Knicks
That's
owner.
a very good point, because they have a legacy of this.
Skip, this is where he said, enough is enough. with Kevin
did.
Durant.
And by the way, listen, I thought the biggest Melo contract was not a good idea because you got really nothing to speak of back for it.
Right.
And then the Amari contract, remember that?
Allen Houston contract.
Houston was horrible.
Freeway.
Yeah.
I mean, Isaiah was just giving out money like it was candy.
Did you say Amari? Amari
Stoudemire.
And McKice and Allen Houston. They've had their highway is littered with
bad
awful contracts.
So they Marbury.
Yeah, so you didn't want another one of those. But in this case, he's a two-time Finals MVP. You just close your eyes and do it. Yeah. It's the cost of doing business. It's the risk you have to take.
Let me ask you a question, but here's the thing. If you look at all these other guys that's got the 5 years and the 178s, the 180s, the 4 years for this or that, even if Kevin Durant does not come back at 100% Kevin Durant, he comes back at 85, 90%, he's still better than all but maybe 8 players in the NBA, even at 85, 90%. You just do the I get it, Skip. It's a huge risk, given when you believe that he could possibly come back and be the Kevin Durant, if he can get back to that. It's a huge risk, but it must be a risk you're willing to take. Given why the hell you get rid of Porzingis? Why did you trade Hardaway Jr. to clear all this cap space? And here's the guy sitting there. If he tells you no, you can live with that. Okay. But he tells you no because you're not going to give him the max, that can't happen.
Okay. So, in the end, you tell me, okay, maybe they think to themselves, let's go put the Nets on the championship map. They did go to the finals in 2002 and then back-to-back in 2003. Byron Scott was the head coach, remember that?
Yes.
And they lost to the Spurs in 6. That was the second year, and they got swept by the Lakers, the Shaq Lakers. So, again, they have a little bit of at least finals legacy, but they're still the Clippers to me. It just still doesn't feel right. Kevin Durant will look back and say, I had an opportunity to go big, to go New York City, to go Madison Square Garden, unless he just wants to kind of, like he says, I did all that. I won back-to-back finals MVPs when nobody thought I could. So this feels a little bit like semi-retirement to me for Kevin Durant. A little bit.
Skip, as it's breaking, and I see the Nets, they sign Kyrie, they start hearing out, they're telling the Nets are telling people they've got Kevin Durant, they've got Kevin Durant. And then when it finally breaks, Kyrie, Kevin Durant signed with the Nets. It seems surreal. How did the Nets get 2 of the top 3 prize free agents in the free agent market? How did you get them?
Well, that's my point. I don't know.
It's been in the works.
Yeah.
It just didn't happen yesterday.
No, it was because Kyrie said, hey, let's do this. Let's do this. And I guess Kyrie is the dominant of the two friends. Yeah. I think he dictated, let's go to the Nets.
Let's do this.
Kevin said, okay.
Let's do this, KD. We're going to put the Nets on the map. Yeah. Can you imagine if we won a title with the Nets, we've got them back? It ain't going to happen. Because we about to get a Y. We're going to talk about that a little later, Skip. We're going to talk about that next. Because you know we about to get Y, right?
Who?
The cornroad assassin.
Who?
Oh, no, Cole Kawhi.
Him?
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to get him. I don't think you're going to get him. I think you're dreaming.
No.
Yeah.
Put your doll away. Yeah. Put your little voodoo doll away.
I don't have a voodoo doll.
You do. Yeah, you do. You stick your pins and tear it all. Yeah.
I have a Shannon doll that I stick pins in, but not a number 2 doll.
But don't worry about it.
I have seen this. Yeah. Great stuff, guys. The Nets, certainly the big winners in free agency. They also got a commitment from Garrett Temple. He should sign on July 6th. All right, to Shannon's point, yes. Is Kawhi Leonard about to join forces with LeBron?
No.
That is the question of the day. You don't want to miss the latest on this developing situation. We're talking about it next. And don't forget to listen every day on the Fox Sports channel on Sirius XM.
We'll
be right back.
Let's go, Kawhi.
And I won't back down.
It's not the warrior who's never been knocked down that you should fear. No. It's the warrior who knows what it feels like to get hit. It keeps coming back for more.
When redesigning the Honda HR-V LX and new Sport, we thought, why not make them adaptable?